The first tweet we got here is from Ian, and I think this is great. So Ian, he does a Hoth Podium, a podcast of their own, cool show. Check it out. Listen to an episode earlier this week, just trying to get a better understanding of what they do. There are so many different Star Wars shows, so you missed some of them, but glad to be following your Star Wars conversation now. He says in the latest podcast, it was all about what we'd like to see in the various new Star Wars properties coming out. So what's the one thing that you'd like to see in the new Star Wars? And he lists Mando, Episode 9, Cassian, Resistance, the Galaxy of Adventures shorts that we've gotten. And then, of course, he used the hashtag Beyond the Blast Doors, because when you want to submit your questions into this show, just use the hashtag Beyond the Blast Doors. It's really simple to do, and he did it. So, Jesse, what's like the one thing that you have to see in the new Star Wars?
I actually have two things.
Oh, baby, give it to me.
Okay, obviously, me being a Mandalorian nerd, I need more of that lore and story for Mandalorian culture.
Well, you're getting a whole TV show.
I'm getting a whole TV show, so I'm obviously really pumped about that. I guess you'd say the one thing is a confirmation of Boba's survival. I don't care if he doesn't play like a huge role. It can be a cameo or just even somebody go, he's still out there kind of thing, like just that confirmation. The other thing when it comes to Cassian, I want more K2 in those one-liners. Why does she get a blaster and I don't? Kind of thing, like K2 is awesome in Rogue One. So that's what I want out of those two shows.
David, if there's one thing that you have to see in the new Star Wars stuff.
Lightsabers.
Wow, that was I could have put a Las Vegas bet on that one. I really want to think, it's not mentioned here, Benioff and Weiss are working on a series of movies. We know that Game of Thrones wraps up in April of next year. You got to know that they're having conversations already. And so I really want to believe that they are doing Old Republic, and I want to see the Sith Wars. I want to see the Sith going against the Jedi. I think, what'd be dope is if they go before, like, they go to the Sith Order. Like, before the Empire was just the Order. That would be really cool, because I think that would be like, wow, they also did the research.
You're not missing much there. If it's anything close to MMO, it's just a bunch of backstabbing, whiny Sith Lords.
I want the thing where
I'm okay with that.
I just want like 1,000 Sith over here and like 1,000 Jedi over here, and they just run at each other.
I want the Battle of Geonosis, but better.
A lot better. Like way better.
And that was really cool.
I've been fighting on Geonosis recently. That's a whole different story.
I want space battles. I want better space battles. I think it's been a weak point of the sequel trilogy, for example. Here's my thing. Revenge of the Sith gave us the best space battle, I think. I loved all those large, I don't want to call them destroyers.
The one right at the beginning?
Yeah, the one at the very beginning. Okay. I mean, that was like the most intense space battle we've ever, large scale. I want to see one that kind of changes it up a little bit. I watched this video the other day, blanking on who made it, but a very good point. Why do all the Star Wars battles go like this? Like they're in space, but they're only on one plane. They're only going two directions. Like, why aren't they going all? I mean, I'm sure it's something to do with like coordinates and plotting and how you enter a system and stuff. But like, I want to see like a mess of a starfight, and I want to see little gunships. I want to see X-wings cruising around, trying to dodge big cruisers.
If you remember, and I can't remember what episode it was, but it was in the Clone Wars, and they actually use a strategy where they rotate one of the Republic cruisers on its side to shield.
Yes.
Yeah, because it wasn't as damaged, kind of thing. So
that was like a novel idea. Like everyone lost their mind.
And it kind of they also had this strat with the fighters and everything. It drew like the droid fighters in and allowed the clone fighters to get the upper hand. You mentioned that battle of the opening of Revenge of the Sith, and the one sound that sticks out is the ARC 170s.
Yes.
That noise they make. It's just, I love it.
Which should definitely be a Lego set in 2019 to celebrate the
hear that,
10th
Lego?
anniversary. Yeah, make that happen. What do you think? What do you think about the thing we have to see in the new Star Wars stories? Let us know down in the comments below.